What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Inside of today's video, we're going to be ranking all 80 hypercharges in the game right now, from the F tier, the very worst, all the way up to the very best, the S tier ones. You want to make sure you're buying with coins every single time. The F tiers, just don't bother even investing in. So make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Without further ado, let's jump into it then. So starting off with your F tier brawlers, you see them on the screen right here. These are just absolutely terrible. Starting off with Chuck's hypercharge. It's not out yet, but even when it's out, just don't get it. It looks pathetic. It also takes forever to charge up as well. It doesn't automatically charge, it's just useless. Empty's hypercharge as well, although it charges kind of quickly, it doesn't really do all that much in comparison to other things in the game, and the damage is very pitiful. Same goes with Primo as well. His hypercharge super doesn't really do that much, and although you can charge it for free, so it's not the worst thing in the world, but it doesn't really, like, you can live without the hypercharge for sure. The same goes with Brock as well. His hypercharge super is actually worse than his normal super. Same goes with Pearl. Her hypercharge doesn't make any sense. Everybody knows this. Daryl's hypercharge is just a little bit awkward to use. The way that you got to use the hypercharge is that you actually got to use one normal super and then hypercharge super afterwards to really feel the full effects of it, if that makes sense. Otherwise, it's just useless. Jean's hyper hands is just pathetic. It literally makes his super worse in most instances. Same goes with Sprout as well. It's only good in Heist, and when do you use Sprout in Heist? Everywhere else, you don't even notice it's even there. And then Miko's hypercharge super, I know you can at least stun people, but my problem is whenever I use the hypercharge super, it takes a long while to get, but then also people just run away from me, so I can never actually stun them. We're going to be moving on to your D tier hypercharge brawlers. So a lot of these will be like okay, but a lot of them either just take so long to get or just fundamentally terrible. First one is going to be Crow. So a lot of people are going to hate me for this. I think Crow's hypercharge is just terrible now because the heist rework has made it so you can only do 25% damage to the heist safer at a time, which is just, it just kills Crow pretty much, because his normal one, I know he's got a damage buff so it can effectively jump in a little bit more aggro. The hypercharge super is just terrible. It doesn't deal enough damage. Charlie's hypercharge super, it isn't the greatest when you just look at it mechanically, but it does charge quite quickly, so at least it's got that going for it. Willow's hypercharge, it just doesn't make any sense. What do you even get value wise out of it? Absolutely nothing. Fang's hypercharge super, yes, it can be pretty deadly, but the problem is it takes forever to charge up and it can take the whole game, so what's the point of even having this hypercharge super? Ruff's hypercharge, it's just a little bit awkward to use most of the time. Your teammates already got like a hypercharge, so it just doesn't make sense, and if you already have a power up, you can't then pick up this hypercharge super, so it's a little bit weird. With Nani as well, a lot of the times you just got to fall back, you don't even get to use it with your main attack, the hypercharge, and a lot of the time it actually hurts you. Like, you don't actually want your peep to be that big, or else it might hit a wall or it might hit an unintended target. 8-bit's hypercharge, it just, again, with your turret you want to place it defensively and not offensively, or else it's just going to get taken down. It's still okay, but most of the time it's just going to be behind a wall. Tick's hypercharge super is just too easy to take down. The mines, people know about them now. I mean, low level, they probably still will run over them. It deals a lot of damage, but not the greatest. Jesse's hypercharge is just absolutely terrible when you think about it. Just an extra 3,000 health or whatever it is. It's terrible. It charges fast, but it's not the greatest. It's only good at depleting ammo. Rose's hypercharge super is just not really too much about it. Just the stat boosts are really good with it. That's just really what you use it for. Bull's hypercharge, I know people will be flaming me for it. I think it can be used pretty good, especially with the rework. I just think more so the sense it's actually got worse when you think about it with the rework, because now you can stop your super pretty close to you. You might not get the full effects of the hypercharge, if that makes sense. Colt's hypercharge is just a bigger super. Terrible. Same with Shelly as well. It's just a bigger super. Lola's, people thought it was good in theory, but it just gets killed too quickly and it takes forever to charge up, and the same is with Sam. Sam's hypercharge super is actually one of the best in the game easily, but you'll never get it. Even with the recent buff, you'll probably get it every 2 minutes in the game, and other brawlers charge it quick and just can destroy Sam, so there's just no point in even getting it. Same goes with Angelo's as well. It seems really good in theory, but it takes forever to charge up and you're hardly ever going to get one. The same goes with Lumi as well. A really slow building hypercharge where other brawlers can just get there faster, but it's still pretty good. It's just not going to have an effect in the game. And with Clancy, The problem with Clancy is like it can deal the same amount of damage. Yes, it's good, but I think his super just standalone is already good enough to take down those tanks, and it's not really helping him against other matchups. Now we're going to be moving on to your C tier Hypercharges. A lot of these are okay, thanks to their fast charge and Hypercharge, or just fundamentally really strong. Starting off with Leon's. So I've actually demoted this quite a fair bit, mainly because I don't think it really has the same effect as it used to. I feel like a lot of people, like brawlers, have got HP buffs and Hypercharges now, where they're able just to counter them out a lot better. You'll have to let me know down in comments. Next, Spike. Spike's Hypercharge is just a bigger super, but it's at least a bit more effective than the likes of Shelly's and Colt's. At least it's like a big loose super in a sense. Next, we've got Otis's. So again, most of the time, just a single mute is just good enough. So the added stun, yes, it's good, but it's not anything game-breaking. Squeak's Hypercharge, I mean, again, sometimes it can be very, very hit or miss. Sometimes it can get a lot of value. Sometimes it's just absolutely useless. So it's very look-based, I think. Mr. B's Hypercharge, I think recently is a bit better because I think there's a bug which makes it charge in 2.5 supers instead of like 4 supers. So that's a big buff to him, but I still don't think it's that great. Gale's Hypercharge recently got a slight buff, so now with your Hypercharge super, if you hit 3 people within it, you can actually cycle it again for free, so this will help him. The biggest problem is that it takes forever to charge his Hypercharge. Same with Grom. I think as a Hypercharge super it's good, and it charges kind of quick, but the limiting factor is Grom is just really hard to hit shots with, so I didn't know where to place it, but I don't think it's actually that good of a Hypercharge. And the same goes with Stu. So Stu's Hypercharge was literally broken, and then it got nerfed, and now it's terrible. Honestly, I could put it in the D tier. It takes forever to charge up, and I mean forever. You probably won't even get one in a game now, so they kind of killed that Hypercharge. And the same goes with Penny's Hypercharge to it. I feel like it takes too long to get now, and people can still take it down pretty easily, but it still gets a lot of control in game modes like Hot Zone. Carl's Hypercharge, it only takes 2 supers to get, and it's not really the best. So literally the best thing about it is it charges so quickly, so you can cycle through to it. You can get those stat boosts pretty effectively, but then the Hypercharge super really lets it down. It's pretty pathetic. Same goes with Poco as well. It's very fast charging, so that's why it's a little bit higher than some other brawlers, but it's not really the greatest. And a lot of time when you've got your heal ready, people are weak and they're not going to be able to get usage out of that Hypercharge shield. And then lastly, Surge. Surge's Hypercharge used to be very, very good. Now I just feel like he gets taken down too easily, so you can't even use it that effectively. It also just takes forever to get his Hypercharge super, so he has fallen off because of these nerfs. Now we're going to be moving on to your B tier Hypercharges. So these are a little bit better than average. Most of the time they're going to get you some good value in game. And start off with Cordelius's. So actually I could have maybe put him in a C tier, mainly because it's a little bit awkward to cycle through to his Hypercharges, just the way that he doesn't charge his super in the Shadow Realm, but it's still a really good Hypercharge, and it's pretty much a free kill every single time. Meg's Hypercharge is insanely underrated. You charge it pretty quickly, and it can get a lot of damage with the swipe, so I think it's actually pretty decent. Sandy's Hypercharge, I think, takes a little while to charge up. Now, it's not the best for that reason, but then again, like the speed boost that you get, you can just take over the game, so it's really effective in that way. Buster's Hypercharge, yeah, the super isn't that great, but it's still the fact that you get it for free. You literally get it for free in a knockout round, and the stat boosts that you get on top of it just make Buster one of those S tier or A tier brawlers. Eve's Hypercharge super, you can farm it pretty quickly, and it can really overwhelm those snipers on knockout and bounty. Belle's, yeah, it's not actually anything crazy, but you still get a free mark no matter what, so pretty much that person you mark is going to die pretty quickly. And you can charge it pretty effectively just because of the way that Belle works. Colette's Hypercharge super is kind of got nerfed with the recent highest rework, but it's still really good at destroying those tanks. B's Hypercharge takes a little while to charge up as well, but just the damage boost that you get on top of this, and just you're able to slow people from across the map, it can be really effective, especially in Brawl. BB's Hypercharge, it charges pretty quickly. You can get some good team wipes with it. The only problem is that BB sucks, so maybe I'll probably rate this Hypercharge higher if BB was actually able to get close to people. I don't know. Next up, we got Jackie's Hypercharge. So this one is really, really good just because you charge it quickly. It just, the speed boost that you get on top of it, you can just get some nasty team wipes with it. Barley's takes a long while to get, but once you build it up, it just equals control, it equals team wipe. It's a very good one. Nita's, I think, is a little bit overrated. Might actually put it down one more tier, but it charges so fast. You can get a Hypercharge within 2 supers, which is really good in Heist, but it's still pretty easy to take down, and people, again, it's just an ammo puncher, basically. Like, it doesn't do anything else. It doesn't even get close to people whatsoever. Hank's Hypercharge, like a lot of people really, I would say, overrated the nerf. They thought it was going to kill Hank and his Hypercharge, but you still hit a lot of those Hypercharge supers. And then finally, Maisie's Hypercharge. So with Maisie's Hypercharge, it can be a team wipe machine. It is pretty good at just, again, like if you cycle a few Hypercharges, you can just start dealing so much damage. So for that reason, it has to be beater. So now I'm going to be moving on to your A tier Hypercharges. So a lot of these are pretty busted, and a lot of them are just equal a team wipe, or just guaranteed kill, or just guaranteed pressure and momentum. So the first one is Kaze's Hypercharge. Honestly, I could maybe put this in the S tier just because of how easy it is to cycle through Hypercharges, and it's the fact that you could essentially, you get 2 Hypercharges supers for free. So you could like use your Fanstorm Hypercharge, and then you quickly switch to Ninja form, burst them down quickly, and then you have a Ninja Hypercharge super. So maybe like high A tier, low S tier. Next, we've got Mo's Hypercharge. So it's not actually out yet, but I've got a feeling it's going to be really strong, just because it reminds me of Lily's Hypercharge, where the super is just so fast. You could just you'll be able to take down people so quickly. I'm just unsure on how quickly you'll be able to get this Hypercharge, if that makes sense, so we'll have to test that out. Next up, we've got Melody's Hypercharge. So it's a very good Hypercharge, but now it takes a little while to get, but it's still pretty easy to get on Heist. Gray's Hypercharge is insanely underrated. You can get it quite quickly if you're a good Gray, and it just equals win pretty much on Hot Zone and Gem Grab. It's just so free wins. Next up, we got Buzz's Hypercharge. So this is really good at just getting a free kill, just being able to travel around the map really easily. You can make some really good plays with it. It's got to be one of the most fun Hypercharges and one of the best. And with Berry's Hypercharge, you can cycle supers so quickly. The amount of healing that you can provide your teammates, and you get your Hypercharge super for free basically by taking damage. So it's really easy to farm up. Super good. Edgar's Hypercharge probably isn't nowhere near as good as it was at the beginning of Hypercharges when they were first released, but it can be really devastating in the right matchup, and you can get some nasty team wipes. Frank's Hypercharge definitely has fallen off a fair bit, could easily be beater as well, but mainly because it's got a fast charging rate through just taking damage. I still think it's pretty high up on the list. Piper's is really good for just that extra damage boost, the ability to just to play make a bit better with Piper. The extra like knockback effect when you land is really good. Gus's Hypercharge super is definitely one I underrated. It's just really helped him rack up the damage even better, and it's just so easy to cycle through supers just because of how Gus works. Rico's Hypercharge supers takes a little while to get, but it's still a team wipe machine, especially in Brawl. It's just impossible to avoid. It's just completely busted. With Dynamite's as well, it takes a little while to charge up now, but it still will rack up some nasty damage if you pair it with Demolition. Really easy to cycle, and gotta easily be one of the best ones. Bo's Hypercharge super is the reason why he's so good in the meta right now. I would say at the top of A tier, mainly because the Hypercharge mines can literally delete the high safe, and it can also deal damage past the shield, which is one of the only brawlers that can do that. And in Hot Zone as well, it's just impossible to avoid all of his mines. Ash's Hypercharge may seem really, I don't know, underwhelming to most people, but because you can charge it with only 2 supers and against brawlers that typically counter him, it could just help him overwhelm interactions easily. Griff's Hypercharge, I think, has potential to be really strong, but it does take a while to get. So I'm undecided about this one in a way, but I still think A tick because it's very strong, and in the right matchup when you need to destroy those tanks, it is just team wipes people easily. Shade's Hypercharge super is completely busted, but just because there's a bug right now where his speeds don't stack, I don't actually want to put it in the S tier. I'm unsure. It doesn't feel as good as I anticipated. That's my problem. Maybe I'm a bad Shade. I just don't think it's as good. Next up, we got Tara's. Tara's cycles pretty quickly, only 2 Tara supers to get, and it can equal some nasty team wipes, so a really good one to have. And then lastly, Amber. So the biggest problem is that it takes 4 supers to get, but it's just literally free control, free kills. You literally can't avoid it. Now, I'm going to be moving on to your S tier Hypercharges. So these are the best of the best. They're guaranteed kills, they're guaranteed team wipes, they're just literally broken. So starting off with Janet. So Janet is on the cusp of high A tier, low S, just because The Hypercharge super itself is very, very good. It takes a little bit longer to get it now, but still, you can just guarantee a kill every single time with it. Kenji's Hypercharge probably is the best in the game, if not one of the best. It's got to be top 5 surely. It's just a team wipe machine. Even with 3 nerfs to it, the Hypercharge rate nerf and all of these other things, it's just still completely and utterly busted. Draco's Hypercharge super is just broken. It takes 3 supers to get, and you burst through everything within your line of sight. It's hilariously broken. I think it's fun, but it's so strong. Kit's Hypercharge super has potential to be completely busted as well, just stun locking people like crazy. I'm scared about this one. Will be very strong once released. Chester's, again, his Hypercharge super, it equals a free kill. You can then cycle it really easily. It's just really annoying. Next, we've got Doug's Hypercharge super. You can get this with only 2 supers, and you can get these supers through healing up your teammates, healing yourself. Just for that reason, it's very, very strong. And then paired with the right combination, it's just completely busted with like Gray, Janet, any form of assassin or tank. It's so, so strong. Lily's Hypercharge super is one of my favorite ones in the game right now, just because you cycle through to it so quickly and you literally cannot miss it. It bounces off walls and you can like auto aim it at max distance, and it just equals a kill, especially because you take them to the shadow round. The damage boost, yeah, it's so incredibly broken. RT's Hypercharge, it will take a long while to get, but it has potential to be one of the most broken things I've ever seen in Brawl Stars history. But will you be able to get it in a game? That will be the question, just like Sam's Hypercharge. So for now, Esther is okay for it. Next, we've got Lou's Hypercharge super. It's still one of the reasons why he's like high A tier in the meta, low S tier, is because of this Hypercharge super. It's just guaranteed a kill and guaranteed team wipes. Max's Hypercharge will still be one of the best in the game. You can all stack in 1 point. You all get 75% of your super, and for that reason, it has to be very strong, and the speed that you get lasts a long while. Mortis's Hypercharge is just busted in terms of team wipe potential. It's insane. You can just deal so much damage. Yeah, even with the nerfs, it's still really, really good. Same goes with Mandy's as well. It didn't receive any Hypercharge rate nerf, and it's just equals team wipe, and especially just equals a free kill as well. Like, sometimes you can survive a normal Mandy super, but a Hypercharge Mandy super, you can never survive it. And lastly, Bonnie's Hypercharge super is broken. The double stun, the damage boost you get is absolutely insane, and one of the best for sure. So that's going to be it. The tier list is going to be on your screen right here. So sorry if it seems a little bit rushed. I've got so much wedding planning going on, but I've played these Hypercharges a lot, and it factors everything. It factors how fast they charge, your team wipe potential, whether a brawler is going to be good without the Hypercharge. Like a lot of these F-tier brawlers, you literally could just use the brawler without the Hypercharge and it would still be exactly the same. And then S-tier, a lot of them depend on the Hypercharge. So that's going to be it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.